Namaste. Good morning. How are you? Okay, page number 7 together. 7 and 8. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato ma satgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityor ma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Page number 61. This is the gist of all worship, to be pure and to do good to others. He who sees Shiva in the poor, in the weak and in the deceased really worships Shiva. And if he sees Shiva only in the image, his worship is but preliminary. After so much austerity, I have understood this as the real truth. God is present in every jiva. There is no other God besides that. Who serves jiva serves God indeed. We have discussed that each soul is potentially divine, isn't it? The goal is to manifest this divinity. And education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. And Swami Vivekananda was in search of God, and he came to Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna replied, I have seen God as I see you, and not only that, I can make you to see Him and to talk to Him. But in this saying, Swami Vivekananda himself is telling, there is no other God, but he had seen, he had talked to Divine Mother, Kali. Why he is telling like that? After so much austerity, I have understood this as the real truth. God is present in every jiva. There is no other God besides that. Has he become any Nastika? No. That means, after realizing God, one feels oneness with others. That we have to practice in the beginning itself. Because man is a social animal, isn't it? Sangajivi. So, whatever he feels that is good for him, he thinks that could be good for others also. If he is happy with whatever the possessions that he had, he feels that the same thing, the same with the others. So, what he tries he tries to give those things, to procure those things to other people, isn't it? We came to know that the goal of life is not pleasure through sense objects. It is but attaining knowledge is the goal of life. And to realize the God, that is the common goal for mankind. And from ages in India, people have been in that path. But from the last 2 or 3 centuries, it was forgotten. It was neglected. So much that we have become so materialistic. We compete with others. Okay. We kill each other for the attainment of some material possessions. We have been so degraded like that. That's why a sense of respect, not only a sense of respect. Here, Swami is telling again and again that man is the highest temple, he says. Greatest temple. Because in man, God lives. That means, in Vedanta also, it was stated like that. After realizing God, this world is true. Until that, the sages, the teachers, the acharyas, they say, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. After realizing Brahman, they say, from Brahman only all this has emerged. So all this is also all these are also forms of God. So you worship them. And before coronation, Ramachandra also went into the kingdom to observe how people are living, how the administration is going on. But after returning, he developed so intense dispassion to this world, because he saw everywhere dukkha, everywhere misery is there. So I want to renounce, I want to become a monk. Then Vasishtha taught him in several ways. In 32,000 shlokas, Yoga Vasishtha has emerged like that. After that, Rama agreed to rule the kingdom. And here, Swami is telling, he who sees Shiva in the poor, in the weak and in deceased, really worships Shiva. And if he sees Shiva only in the image, his worship is but preliminary. Keeping an idol or picture, that gives us the remembrance of the God. But thinking about a human being or mankind in general, and if we try to render some service, it will be a greatest worship. Swami says there are 4 kinds of services: giving food and shelter to the poor and needy, saving a life, and giving some occasional education to earn some bread and butter, isn't it? And the final thing is giving spiritual knowledge, because that serves the highest purpose of mankind. So, those whoever wants to see God, those whoever want to attain the ultimate aim of the human life, they must has to serve human beings, the fellow beings. It is not just because we might have indebted to them since childhood. We have been served by them. It is not like that. It is not only like that. But it is because God only pervades in all the beings. Thus, that we have to realize. In that way of thinking we have to develop. Then we will see we are sporting on this earth. It is not a mere routine humdrum tasks and all those things. And we never feel bored or vexed. Because God's ways are infinite. And to serve God, the infinite God, we need infinite strength. Thus we gradually merge into that infinite. And all that process is a challenging, adventurous, and very interesting, the spiritual life. That we have to realize. And Swami Vivekananda, in a dynamic way, he explored all kinds of yogas, all kinds of scriptures. And in Sri Ramakrishna, he was a spiritual laboratory. In him, we find everything. Whatever the question that may arise in our hearts, we have a solution. We can easily find out in Sri Ramakrishna's teachings and in their lives. And we must have to remember this and how fast we can develop. That we have to understand. And Swami Vivekananda's life's aim, life goal was to preach unto mankind their divinity. To make others realize their divinity. That was his goal. For that, one has to realize themselves that he is a divine being. That means we have to develop internally so that we will see the manifestation of that perfection around us through our own actions, through our own thoughts, through our own speech. We have to make an effort. And when we consciously make an effort to realize the divinity within us, and unconsciously it will manifest through us. That also will happen. In that way, we have to develop, we have to conquer the nature, both internal and external. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Please post a class.